Hi, this is Deborah Atkinson with Flipping 50 TV and the Flipping 50 podcast. So I'm here to help you do a bent over row a little bit more effectively. So what I'm going to do is come up to a standing position. There are a lot of ways you can do a bent over row, and in fact, if you can't stand comfortably because of your knees or lower back, you don't feel like you have the core strength to support yourself, you can use a bench, put one knee on a bench, put a hand on a bench, and bend over row with one arm, and then do the opposite one. What I'm going to show you is a bent arm or a bent over row with two arms because it's a little bit more time effective, and so many of us are trying to get that workout in, get everything else in, and not have to skip. So if we want to be consistent, sometimes pack a lot in to a small amount of time. Doing things with two arms makes sense. It's great to vary and do one arm work when you have the time, but right now I'm going to demonstrate with two. So I've got a fairly comfortable weight here. What you want to do is pick a weight that's about 15 repetitions if you're just starting out, where you reach fatigue at that point. So you couldn't do 18 without losing form. And if you're more experienced, you're focusing on weight loss and bone density. I mentioned the how-tos and what you need to do in You Still Got It Girl, the book, but you want to go a little bit heavier with your weights so you cannot do as many repetitions. So this is about form, though not about the weight you should be using today. Coming up in your standing position, you always want to bend your knees to pick something up, and you're going to come over in this standing position. My weight is on my heels, my knees are bent, and yet they're not out here, they're back here. So I have a bigger bend at my hip. And then I want you to watch my back. So this is the error I see most often when people are doing a bent over row. They're rounded through the back instead of coming into a squat using their hips and arching the back. So what I want you to do is next pay attention to your head and neck. Don't look too far forward. You actually want to tip that head down and look a little bit forward of you. Yes, isn't that right, Truman? And look in front, but not totally down, not totally up. Split the difference. And then what I'd like you to do is to think of shrugging backward. Keep your ears away from your shoulders and pull back here, and then release. Pull here and release. Pull here and release. So your elbows should be not out like wings, but close to your sides. Think about those details. Weight on the heels, slight bend of your knees. Weight back in your hips and your bum, arch to the back, head down slightly forward, elbows close to your waist when you come up, and a lot of space between your shoulders and your ears. So you're not coming here, you're coming down, drawing together and toward your hip. And that's your best bent over row.